later on. Alright, so the next thing we need to do, now that we've created the star widget, we need to see how many stars there are. So, how many stars the player has earned. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a function. Just say set player set level stars. Alright, and then what we're going to do is we need to create 3 variables. So these 3 variables are all enemies dead, question mark, untick that and make it a boolean. Alright, so that's our first condition. Then the second condition, which we're going to duplicate this and say level finished, and then we're going to duplicate it again, and then we're going to call this one for now all coins collected. Oops. Alright, so that's our 3 conditions to gain 3 stars. Alright, so what we're going to do is we can hold control, actually select all of them. Alright, we can't. So we're going to hold control, drag all 3 of them out. So we're going to also create 3 branches. Hold B on your keyboard, click, and you'll get a branch. So the first condition is we're going to check are all enemies dead. Alright, so if that's false, we're going to then check are all the coins collected. And then if that's false, we will check if the level is finished. Now, the only thing we need to do here is just extend these just a little. The reason we have to extend them is because we're going to have code in between. So the next thing we're going to do is, as you can see, here's our star widget. So just drag all of them out, hold control, 2, 3. Alright, so the first star will get set visibility when we kill the enemies. So we're just going to grab this, just drag everything else out of the way a little bit, and then connect that. Okay, great. The next will be the middle one, which we'll actually get for level finished. So the biggest star will be for level finished. So we're going to drag this out, set visibility, drag that into true, and then we're going to do the exact same thing for here, set visibility. As you can see, it's already set to visible, so that's perfect. Alright, and we're going to drag that out. Great. So now that we've created the actual function, we need to now set the actual, or actually have to play the function. Alright, so we're going to grab the set level stars and then compile. Alright, now if you think about it, nothing is telling us when all the enemies are dead, when the level is finished, or when all the coins have been collected. So what we actually have to do is we need to change our few of our little blueprints. So the first thing we're going to do is let's handle the player finishing the level and all the enemies being dead. So we're going to go to blueprints. We're going to open up our level blueprint. We're going to delete that. We don't need that. Alright, so now that we have our level blueprint open, we're going to create a function. So this will be check enemy count. Alright, so this check enemy count, this is what we're going to do. So in here, we're actually going to get all the enemy cube AIs Alright, so we do that by dragging this out and get all actors of class. Now that class would be cube AI character. Save. Alright, then we're going to drag this out, get the length, because that's the count of them. Then we're going to hold B on our keyboard, create a branch. We're going to check if this length is smaller or equal to 0. Now, if true, what we're going to do is we're going to create a variable. Just name this all enemies killed. So I'm going to hold Alt, drag this out twice, the true and the false, and the exit will be the same. So then what we're going to do is we're going to compile. We're going to click on this check enemy amount, and then we're going to create a new output. This lets us actually send out a variable. That's why we created. So we're going to name this all enemies dead. Then, where is it? There it is. So then going to drag that in there. Actually, we could just do that. Alright, there we go. Make it pretty. And then what we're going to do is we're going to set this value to all the enemies killed. Alright. Now we're going to go back to our event graph. And then we need to place in this event tick, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to check our enemy amount. Right? So check the amount of enemies there are. Now we're going to create a branch. Create a branch. Sorry. Alright, then we're going to drag this all enemies dead into the branch. And then if this value is true, we're going to get all widgets of class. Not actors widgets. Get widgets of class. There we go. Alright, now the reason I'm using this is because there should only be one player HUD. Alright, so basically what this is saying is just get the player HUD. So then get at 0, because that's the only one. Then what we're going to do is we're going to drag this out and cast to our player main HUD. Connect these two. Alright, so now we're going to get the HUD. We're going to create a quick object, and then we're going to drag this out and set all enemies dead. Alright, great. I'm going to set it if it's true. If not, we will then leave it. That's basically all it does. So let's compile. Let's quickly play and kill this cube and see if we get that star. There we go, and the first star is here. So now that the actual star is there, we're going to save. Then if you remember how we finished the level, we actually grab, well, we're going to delete, no, don't delete that, keep that. Alright, so at the end of this, after we set the timer is no longer active when we finish the level, we're going to then create another star. So get all widgets of class, and it's exactly the same way. We're going to scroll down, player main. Alright, then drag this out, get at first, then cast to player main HUD. Alright, then what we're going to do is drag this out, set level, level, level. There we go, level finished. And obviously, because we crossed into the finish zone, we finished the level. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to click kill this cube. There we go, cube is dead. Next, we're going to go forwards towards the end. Dun, dun. Alright, basically the next thing we're going to do, there we go, we got in the star. But now, we finished the level, but why do we want to be able to move? We don't. So what we're going to do is, we're then going to drag this out. We're going to disable our player's input. So here, where we cast our roller character BP, I'm going to just type in disable input, and the player controller will be, so the target is the roller character BP, and then you just type in get player controller. Alright, so drag that out, set that to player controller, and now you'll see when we finish the level this time, we will not be able to move. That is why I actually moved that finish zone just a little bit back, because when I was testing, I realized that as soon as you enter that zone, you'll stop moving. So the character actually stops here. So now we actually only stop over there. Alright, so great, we get 2 stars. Now, how would we get the 3rd star? Well, let's create another little element in our game. So, alright guys, I'll see you in the next part.